Oh, look at that. I don't know if I've ever seen a trailer for a map in the map before. Some of that imagery looks familiar, some of it not so much. Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Gary's Mod. And today, the map we're going to be exploring, of course, is GM Flux 2. A couple months back, I explored GM Flux 1, and it was a great thing to see because it was a modern Gary's Mod map to modern standards, but very much inspired by, like, the very 2008 era of just weird, surreal nonsense maps. Kind of like the things Nipper used to make back in the day. It was really cool seeing, like, what Nipper would get up to if they were still mapping today. Never mind the fact that I'm pretty sure they are, but that was definitely one of the main sources of inspiration for this. It was clear, and indeed they are listed as an inspiration here, along with several others, including Quantum Dylan, which is really interesting. And that's very much the more, like, modern style of Gary's Mod abstract maps. But it all comes together in a place like this. I thought in GM Flux you could see how the old ways of doing things and the new were coming together. And so I was really happy to see that this creator so quickly put together a new one. Now there's a lot to get through, and apparently there are over 50 rooms just like before, so let's get started. Oh, and it's also telling us to make sure to enable music. We can turn it down, but it assures that most of these tracks should be fine for Content ID. And I really think we'd be losing a lot if we didn't have them enabled, so I'm gonna risk it. The music starting definitely sets the mood, like, yep, we're entering an art gallery, so open your mind and walk forward. Well, look, open space, water, and sunlight, those are the three components you need for a tree to grow, right? Nobody ever said anything about the order. Oh no. I stole fizzy lifting drinks and this is my punishment, isn't it? I wonder how fast it'll lift me. This is definitely gonna spell the death of me, but I feel like I'm not engaging with the map if I don't get chopped up for the sake of art. Huh. Wow, look at that! It actually baited me. I've seen this kind of thing done so many times before, I really thought it would do it. I mean, it makes sense that it's only moving enough air to pull that dust upward, but even still, video game tropes being what they are. And speaking of tropes, these hallways, they may be doing something different and weird and whatever comes to mind with each room, but the connecting tissue gives it an identity. You would very much tie it with GM Flux if you played it before. Oh. Here's the art gallery of memes. I love this. You know, what they cropped this to not show is the one single person standing in defiance of the advancing error signs. Why did that give me a moment of pure instinctual panic? Oh, it's all, that whole wall is dedicated to error messages. This is the absolute truth. So I've gotten back into Hammer lately, been working on a project, and the way it has been this time and the previous time is that I'll be using that. It's so clunky and frustrating to use, and every once in a while someone will just drop a piece of lore on me of how to use Hammer, and it blows my mind. And I realize just how primitive I've been. Like, these people are flying around in jets. I've been sitting there trying to chisel a rock with a stick. Oh, hey. GM Flatgrass has been moved to Source 2. I'm sorry, normally I don't end up having a lot to say in the art gallery segments of maps, but this is something else. This is just indicative of what Gary's Mod has always been. This is a real screenshot of From the Depths. And this is Gabe Newell, but, like, looking a bit unfamiliar without the glasses. Or at least I think that's Gabe Newell. You guys excited for the Gabe Cube? Of course, I'm excited for Steam Frame. A bunch of you have been asking me if I'm going to get it, and the answer is probably. I have said for years that if they come out with a straight upgrade to the Index and it's like under 2K, I will just grab it day one. And being able to eliminate the base stations is a huge deal for me. Now, actually, this thing is also doing the thing that the last one did. I remarked on this how cool these reflections look for the Source engine. And some of you guys said that it's probably not actually a reflection, that it's a clever trick where you actually just mirror the room and then put a translucent texture over the wall or the floor. Let's see if that's true, because I never did on the last one. It's actually not, unless it's like referencing somewhere else on the map. Also, I swear, I deliberately did not pay attention to the stuff we saw floating in the void. That's a trained skill, is my ability to selectively not see something, if I think it'll be spoilery. Ooh, it's a fun house. I don't know what to do with that, but... Who says an art gallery has to be boring? It's a grass texture. Why is it emanating such an unearthly sound? Our player model can actually grind it to a halt. That's crazy. Halt? Halt? Why do I have such a hard time saying that? I've noticed that a few times in videos. Look at that. Miniature GM construct. Why do I find this so cute? This map is already, like, just a delight. Okay, so it's a miniature of the flatgrass construction, but what's really messing with me is just how tiny you can scale the textures in Source. You know, with the limitations of VR being what they are, it almost doesn't register to me that I cannot, in fact, physically just start crawling through there like a kid in a... I was gonna say kid in a candy store. I don't know what candy store has stuff like this. And this is the very definition of a miscellaneous object. Whoa! Oh, look at that! It's points joined by rope and apparently organic material. Why is it so squishy? This is... Whoa! Hang on. Can I... Oop. Oh no, it's self-sustaining now. That is so funny. Bedrock. Can I break it? If I can break it. Guess not. Well, it is bedrock after all. No way. This is a deliberate application of a bug that I had when making Macy State. This person has figured out how to weaponize it. Oh, it does stop eventually. I'm having so much fun already. You know, sometimes when I start up a new abstract map, I worry like, okay, this is going to require a ton of takes because, like, it's entirely on me to make the commentary and make something of what I'm seeing. And that can short my brain out a bit. I'm like, what the heck? What are you? I saw that door close and I saw you moving. What are you? Oh my... Oh, I thought there was like something standing there. And then I heard like a groan that turned out to be the music. I do think it's the music. I genuinely think that the quality and flow of my commentary is influenced a lot by the sounds around me. The beach on the ceiling, and funnily enough, the carpet is colored so that it can look like sand. It's not until closer examination that you realize that it's not. Alright, we're a little off course, but we'll end up back there eventually. That cooler belongs in the Federal Bureau of Control. This is just like going to the Met. What is this? Kitty! Kitty, hi! Hang on, can we pick this up? Look at you. You're looking a little lollipop. You got one of those little spinning propeller caps. You're living your best life. Wow, we are not making an efficient time of getting through over 50 rooms, are we? These little precise jumps, they're so difficult for me. Ooh. Okay, so it is a real drop. It's not just pranking me with a player clip. Glub, 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 glub. Well, I guess we'll find out what adverse health effects come to me afterwards. Alright, I can make the jump from here. Don't have to be precise on the way back. Can I push you in? That would be annoying. Look at this. There's no transition between where the darkness is a pit and where it becomes a wall. At the crossroads of nowhere. And sometimes you have to take a leap of faith. Now this is my kind of place. With my kind of people. I mean, I'm not meaning to imply I want some kind of candle ethno-state, I'm just saying this is cozy. Oh, look at that! Why is it that the miniature buildings out there are so comfy? Like, I know they're miniatures like to portray a cityscape, but being able to see it in this way where it so clearly is smaller? I don't know, I really, really like this. Something about it is so satisfying to my brain. Also, it sort of looks like there's some tall, lanky figure with long arms standing in that window over there. Perhaps that's something we should be concerned about. But the jazzy soundtrack is nice. I'd love to pull up a seat. Just kind of sit here for a while and not order anything because this place is way too expensive for me. But not leave until I'm thrown out, you know? That's the American dream. This is why people come here. And then leave when they're thrown out. Can we open this door? We can't. Okay, guess we're just taking the fun way instead. Wow, that disintegrated with one push. And we have some Stanley Kubrick creepy twins in there. Like, are we able to... Where have I heard this soundtrack before? It sounds so familiar. I don't know what this vent is doing. Besides taking all our oxygen into space. Look at that, though. Oh my... Darwin! Darwin! Ah, you made a nice little hideout just for us. You are so cool, buddy. Thank you. Ooh, and you even brought watermelon. Maybe they're even one of the ones from the Melonade maps. If that's the case, then it's company for 3. If not, dinner for 2. Oh. Okay, so the table doesn't have collision, but even still, nice little hideaway here. I mean, combined with the music, you know, let's actually just sit here for a minute. Let's indulge in this. This feels so much like just a quiet, nice moment in like a sci-fi horror story. Like, yeah, we're residents of this horrible dystopian society that's colonizing space. But for just this moment, we have a way where we can be away from all the surveillance and the... Did you just move off camera, like, genuinely? Darwin, what are you doing? What just happened? You guys saw that, right? I hope you saw that. Oh, I knocked over the table. Well, get this cleaned up and I'll be back at some point. Once again, I really hope that a majority of the music here I'm able to use, because it would be really losing something if I can't. I have never encountered that before, I don't think. You know, we've had watermelons, we've had all kinds of things serve as the unofficial mascot prop of a map. I guess it's about time the water cooler had its turn. Actually, the architecture of this, the texture, sort of reminds me of Super Mario B3313. You ever gonna do more Super Mario B3313? Maybe. I mean, I specifically have not listed it as a finished series. I know there's more to see. What does one do with the altar? Yep. Ah, I knew it! I knew it! Okay, no, I've played enough of Ethosaur's maps to know that that was gonna be a thing. What happens if I jump through? Yep. I love that little sound effect. Horse. Okay. Let's try the texture doors, starting with toxic sludge. Oh, maybe they are just textures. Brick, blue, and green. Ooh, no. RGB. Ooh. Oh, that was actually really disorienting turning around right there. Okay, so this feels like, maybe it's just the horse association, but this feels like we're walking into one of the intros for those like 3D 90s computer encyclopedias. Like this is meant to show you like, welcome to the world of tomorrow. Check out all the things we can do with computers. Well, the crossroads at the end of the earth are here. We have to make our choice for our final fate. Wait, what is this layer of the burger? Is that onion? Looks kind of strange. I don't get the obsession with tall burgers. I would rather it be wider than taller, and that's as tall as they come. You know, that may just be a bit too wide for me, too. Burger? Oh wow, you actually are solid. I can't climb the burger though. You know what would be really cool if VRMod had like a utility room add-on where you could actually like grab and climb up in real time. There's ways to go from here. Should I check to see if any of the others are dead ends? Oh my, I should have known. Okay then, let's take the stairs. And we'll get there via the carousel. Why is it such a satisfying touch having us be ankle deep in water here? Anything back here for us? I knew there would be. I knew there would be. Why do I feel like I'm being shot in like a music video or something walking up these stairs? I know I say this a lot, but something about it feels very familiar. Familiar? Why did that come out of my mouth? I know that's like a common error, but it's not one that I usually make. No littering, it says. In a place that's all litter. There's that. You know what? I was a Boy Scout. Let's do what I was trained to do. Leave every site better than I found it. There we go. Oh, hey, there's a little bird. Hi, bird. What's up? You're my favorite corvid. Hey. Scritchy, scritchy. You just looked at me like, excuse me? Who are you? Oh wow, there's a lot here. You know what? We're actually going to need some better tools to expedite this process. Oh look, you've got a tire swing over there. Okay, grab you. And you. There we go. And you. And you. Wow, this is surprisingly fun. I'm playing the final stages of Viscera Cleanup Detail in Gary's mod. Wait, come on. There we go. This is advanced laziness. I knew something would happen. Wow, this whole map has like a water cooler based morality system. Just like a corporate environment. I feel I've done something right. Dude, are you seeing this? Look, I know you are, and I know crows remember faces. So please don't tell the other crows about me. Which is a thing they do. I really do think that they are going to be the next inheritors of Earth. Well, I say inheritors, assuming they're not going to be the usurpers. So the line on the floor indicates that there's a door here. I'm advancing into pitch darkness. A rumble is getting louder. For all I know, I'm running face first into a wall right now, but I'm getting very nervous. If I turn around... Oh, no. Oh, no. I have completely lost it. I have no idea where I am. This is oddly one of the creepiest things I've experienced in Gary's mod. And I keep thinking I hear another footstep somewhere. I'm gonna turn around. Oh. You know why? There's a staircase. Oh! I just never thought. I thought that was the whole gag, was that it's doing that. Okay. Speaking of Super Mario... Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. That explains it. That explains it. You know what? I experienced that the better way. In fact, look. Look at the end of the hall. I'm skipping past so many things, no spoilers. Oh yeah, this is definitely Super Mario inspired. And if I know anything, this may be a teleport. Yep! It's not just SM64, it is literally B3313. Transporting us to a desolate version of it. Presumably this connects back somewhere. No way! It's finally happened, look! Look, look, look! The Season 1 Voices of the Void base ended up in the void. Watching the Arirals dart around the stars, we became one of them. That is so neat. Hang on, are we able to... Okay, no, I was gonna say, are we able to actually sit in this? Oh my. And this is before the cleanable filth. Okay, here's the old console right here. Let's not type in alien a bunch of times. Unfortunately, I lack the finger dexterity to type in the code for the garage. Can we mess with the power? No. Man, you remember when everything used to be in this room? On the one hand, it's a shout out to Voices of the Void. A lot of things in this are going to be references whether I get them or not. But for a new map release specifically choosing to emulate a version from a couple years ago, that's a deliberate choice. And it's one that's really, really fascinating to me. Of something as old as 2023, How crazy is that that feels like so long ago? Like, this feels like a ghost from the past, just the same as looking at a reference from the 90s. You guys hear that? That sounded like something just hit the window. Hang on, I am... You can't see this, but I am going to check the window. I'm reaching towards the blinds. Nothing but dark expanse. That was creepy. I've had some weird stuff happen while wearing the headset. Sometimes I've even challenged myself to not take it off, but that was a weird one. You know what's actually funny? You know what's really funny? Isn't a knock on the window an event in Voices of the Void? I think the Arrivals have actually found me. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. No way. No way. Oh, wow! Look at this, my very own Scooby-Doo gag! That is so fun. Some of them just kind of eject me right back out. Oh, no. It's just that there's multiple of the same, and they do that. Wow. I'm having way too much fun with this. Ow. I actually phantom felt that on my face. Okay. How deep can we go into this hall? You know, I've walked down a few of these before, and they get me every time, but sprinting headlong was a different effect altogether. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get through there. Trying to follow the White Rabbit in a time like this? Probably not what I need. Okay, what about that other doorway? I'm not taking my usual slow pace with this because I feel like, you know, with so much to get through, it's better to do this as like a sight a minute. Not only is there creepy ambiance, you actually brought the eerie music with you courtesy of that radio on the floor. This kind of reminds me of the construction site area of Quantum Dylan's latest map. I wonder if that's where this comes from. I believe that was Indoor Spaces was the last one I played. Oop. I can moves ya, but I can't turns ya off or change ya. So I'll be taking my leave. You know, that's cool, having like the rumble ambiance be overpowering the diegetic music that's playing. This is one of those times when I take notes, because that is actually quite unsettling. Okay, I'm ready to go into the light. If we could read them, I wonder what those newspapers would read. Look at this, we can only see the new hall as we get close. That is so creepy. Imagine accidentally walking into somebody's purgatory and scaring them, becoming their ghost. I can't quite tell what that background is, but it Looks almost like we're going through the mountains or a forest in a snowstorm. Oh, how I wish I could physically sit on this seat right now. I would spend so long here. I mean, if I know anything about trains in the snow, either there's been a murder on here, or the engineer up front is busy dealing with gremlins and all kinds of things. But this is so cozy. Pikachu and this guy, who I swear I remember, but I can't think. No, seriously, I would be spending way more time here if I could actually physically sit down. You two, though, you seem to have a connection. Oh, wow. Alright, I could try to make that jump. Try to not land too far down on the ladder. It doesn't look like this connects, but it does look like it connects somewhere. So let's go. I felt a little hitch. Was that actually a teleport? I can hear the music from the end of the hall beckoning me. But I'd recognize that sight anywhere, that ominous spotlight in front of the entrance to the dark room on GM Construct. Only now we can't see anything around it. What was that? I only caught like the slightest glimpse. I didn't even see what it was. I am so curious to watch this back later. I had a lot of thoughts in a matter of a second right there, but in that moment, the light started flickering, and I thought to myself, what if there was something there in one of the flickers? And then it was. And then it was gone before I could even process that. This candle seems to have burned out. Can I sit in this?
Begin.
Okay. Whoa. I see a weird reflection in my headset. Look at this. Directional sound, something moving around me in the dark. That was so creepy and cool. Okay, but, how do I get up out of here? Oh, like...
And that's the end.
Well, I enjoyed your little story. I don't know if maybe there was more, but it seemed like that was all. Just a little play put on for us by the Dark Room. That was super clever. Oh, wow. I almost can't believe how much there is on this map. Whoa! Okay, now I've stolen fizzy lifting drinks. Whoa! Oh, this is so much fun. And the fact that there's other objects already suspended in the party, even you. Wait, oh my god, wait. Yeah! Ah, high five! Oh, look at that, it actually did something! Is it with anything we make contact with? Look, everything's got streaks. Okay, knock it all out of place. We can make our own entertainment. Get out of there. Yep. Yep. Wicked, nothing short of wicked. This map is so much fun. I can see why you were all urging me to play this. Get on out of here, you. Oh no, we knocked you down the hall. You lose your properties. Okay, I'm not gonna let that ride. Get back in there. Watching you just completely take a solid trajectory. Not dropping at all. Okay, you guys continue having fun. This is like a more realistic industrial hallway, something almost more urbexy. And hey, it's you! It's our little friend. Okay, you know what? Maybe we'll let you dictate things again. I've been trying to find you for a while now. Boing! Oh, I think I know now. Is this a Yume Nikki song? Look at this, brightly colored houses along a gravel road. It's like an ideal little village. Not necessarily idyllic, but just ideal. Imagine this existence. You wake up every morning, you come out of your tiny little house and greet your neighbor who's also coming out of their tiny little house. And you all live together in a happy, tiny little town. Oh, hey, we're back here. I've noticed there's a theme of cinder blocks being just kind of randomly placed around. Ooh. And just like in GM Flux, these lights are shifting in the sky everywhere we go, one of the only constants. The other constant being perplexity. Is that a word? And if it is, am I using it correctly there? Whoa. Look at that, the gravity actually activates once I touch you. Whoa, oh my god, I knew it, ow! Ow, 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 I just got bonked. You don't bonk me, I bonk you. Why not take advantage of this? I mean, if I'm just gonna mindlessly wander, let's mindlessly wander. See where I was originally headed. I was gonna make a left turn. There's a blocker in the middle. By doing this, we can also see if there's anywhere that connects. Oh, look at this! Oh, it's a challenge course. Okay, I should be safe if I thread the needle like that. You're moving pretty slowly. You're moving backwards. Yep. Okay, we can move the seat out of the way. Is this what musicians see in their head when they're just like looking around and making faces while they play? I gotta tell you something though, I am actually not really playing this piano right now. I'm a phony, a big fat phony. Alright, back to this. This music also comes from a piano, but they don't want you to know that. Yep. I love how it's even punctuated by the horn beep telling you to get out of their way. No way! No way! GMOD bowling? Wait, does this work? Does this work? Hang on. Okay, we can spawn a new one. I can't pick it up, though. Wait, what if I use this? Ah, here we go. Here we go. All right. This is definitely cheating. It works! It actually works! Nope. Well, you guys don't. We need to use the ball return. We've only got our one. I always wondered about that. Like, bowlers have, like, their bag with their bowling ball that they bring. I don't know, is it like a sanitary thing? Because that I can sort of understand. Alright. We're gonna keep going until we've got it. That is an absurd number of pins, but you know what? For a physics playground, why not? Okay, we've got to hit this from an angle, because this is an incredibly wide lane. Gutter ball. I mean, no, it's not still called gutter ball if you just miss it entirely, right? The problem is, it's gonna bounce. It is absolutely gonna bounce. Oh, that is just an incredible reflection right there. Okay, you went and skipped over. I remember Thanksgiving '07. My family all went over to my aunt and uncle's house, and they had the Wii. And we just spent pretty much the entire weekend doing nothing but playing Wii bowling. Yeah, okay, this is gonna be really difficult. So I'm gonna do this the good old-fashioned way. No, you tell the others. Never mind, no witnesses. Can I run back here? Oh, this must be the zone where the ball can be returned. The teleport. All right. If we want to do anything, we're gonna have to survive the course. There we go. The slow one is our way through. That's our ticket. Whoa! Look at you! Look at you! Look at you! Look at you! Oh my god, I think I finally get foamers. Alright, once you come, okay? And then, yep. This is so calming. And it really does feel like, from a top-down perspective, this could be a Yume Nikki world. The inspiration there is quite clear. I was half expecting to see that ghost guy here watching the shore. If one can call it a shore. I don't know, it would have been nice to run into them again. In a setting where they can't run away. Or else they'll be eaten by the afterlife sharks, kind of like the sandworms in... not Dune, Beetlejuice. Oh, Mr. Watermelon, you're quite precariously perched. What happens if I... Oh, right, watermelons float. Well, I suppose that's actually an entirely expected outcome. It's just that this is a very unexpected world. I mean, you can't blame me for not taking anything I think I know for granted, right? Look at you. Imagine there's no glass there and you fall through and get your legs stuck in that. Alright, let's hope we don't have a teleporter accident. Whoa! Darwin, you are not going to believe the shortcut I just found. Oh, I am having too much fun with this. This map is incredible. The things that are disconnected, the things that are very much connected. It's just whatever comes to mind, and there's so much inspiration. It's not just like weird architecture room after room. It's so full of little references and things that feel like just ideas where the creator just wanted to see if they could, how it would present. And it's hitting a lot. Hitting like a diamond shovel to the back of the head. Look at that, it's even got the piston tables. But even here, we're able to watch that stellar show. The choice of music, though. You think this is what happens to our memories after we leave them? I mean, I guess it sort of is, right? You don't think anything of them in the moment, but then you are able to come back and revisit them. Only it feels a lot more like this. Now you're the only one there. Even the doors have Minecraft logic. Can we crouch through? Our iron's done. Here we are. Look. Look, look, look. We're back to this place. And we're back to you. Remember to forget me. Oh, wait, no. We must have come through here, right. On our right is going to be the lab. Yes, which we still have not reached. But okay, I'm starting to put together a mental picture of this place, finally. We didn't make it all the way down this. We never made our right, we never went through here. In a dystopian future, this isn't the worst place, I suppose. A little environment springing up at the bottom of industry. Probably no longer useful for its intended purpose, but maybe now useful for a better one. And having it all displayed just as a single lane like this, I can't help but be reminded of the movie Stalker. The word meat grinder comes to mind. Oh yeah. More Mario 64 music, and if there is one overarching theme, it definitely would be like B3313. But we're MCSing it in here. The MC stands for Master Chief. Peach's Castle. When's the last time I played B3313? Over a year ago? It's gonna turn out that the last year or so of my life has been one room, one section or branch of that mod. What was that? It's like there's an invisible player in here. Okay, none of these doors, I'm assuming, are going to open. It's like white that goes up to blue, and then the stars make it an artificial night sky. See, these are the things you're able to do in first person. Although, SM64 did actually have a pretty innovative first person mode. Look at that. Okay, if you can clip this, nobody has any excuse. Whoa. Whoa. I really thought just like rock was moving in ball form up there. Look at this. It's like an entire playground was just swallowed up from beneath, and then the earth sealed itself. And if this is what happened to the equipment, then what's in those egg sacs? There are so many disturbing implications in this one. I swear if that thing comes at me. Look at that, there's a Minecraft record. Can we do anything with it? It is actually a physics object. I wonder if there was a record player in the Minecraft area. We could potentially bring it over there. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that was how it worked at all. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, are you a creepy comfy enjoyer? I know you're a creepy comfy enjoyer. Hey man, mind if I chill with you for a while? You know, I'm friends with a skeleton if you ever want to hang with a real crew. Are you closing your eyes to pretend I'm not here? You're just like a cat. You might have what it takes for my crew yet. Oh, look at this. We can get to the roof. And it's a whole alternate set of pathways. Wow, the sound of my footsteps muted, and it wasn't coming back for a second. Oh, but this is a great place to watch the cosmic show from. Look at that, it's like the opening to some 1960s anime. And all at once I feel like watching Speed Racer. Hello, you down there. You may be in shadow, but I can see you. I'd recognize you anywhere. Hey there, having some car trouble? Yeah, so it seems like you wanted to go forward at the void, and instead you made a left onto this street, which I am dubbing Candle Street. In my world, every street is Candle Street. It gets very confusing. Nothing gets delivered on time. This is the kind of staircase I feel compelled to ascend very slowly. Like moving from one dream to the next. Okay, well, as first thing visible, we're going with you. Hello? Hey. Hey, buddy, do you know where we are?
And the ones that do arrive, they never leave. You never see them go. They're always full. No one ever gets on, but they're always departing, but they never arrive. And the ones that do arrive, they never leave.
Okay, no, you can't fool me. You are not lost in insane ramblings and thought. You're trying to get out of my way. I'm annoying you. I'm going to get you to break.
You never see them go. They're always full. No one ever gets on, but they're always departing.
That pathfinding is really making me laugh.
They never leave. You never see them go. They're always full.
Okay, I'll leave you to it. Ooh, look at that. A green sun. I wonder if that's a counter to the pink sun. You! Okay, I respect you a little more for beating that guy in the head just there. But we're gonna have words later. Dance floor. Dance floor, dance floor, dance floor, dance floor! It was really 50-50 if I was gonna get hit by that thing, but it went over my head. Just like half the references. Oh, come on, ow! Okay, no, that one beamed me. There's more than one of those around here. Just going around the loop endlessly. Hang on, how far can I follow? Not very. I wonder if I could actually catch that chair and get in it. It would probably be very difficult to do even in flat screen if you could. Oh, there we go, we got it! Oh, this is nuts! Oh my god! I found myself, like, walking forward. Oh, this is disorienting. This is disorienting. My legs are so wobbly right now. This is not only, like, so cool and creative, but it's doing all these weird quirks that are, like, enhanced so much by VR. Okay, this is actually really making me dizzy. I think I'm getting off right here. This is, like, such a huge step up from GM Flux 1. Like, in terms of creativity and fun and just how smoothly it all flows. It feels like there's also a lot more, but that could just be my imagination, because both of them said 50+ rooms. Her baby. This is giving you a real sense of importance. I don't know quite where the soundtrack is from, but like, just taking soundtracks and associating them with an image with no other context, no other story, it kind of makes us make our own stories in our head, and I don't know, maybe that reveals something about us. Like, this is giving me the impression that, like, something has happened and it's too late for me, but I can maybe still do something for you. And that, even though you're hardly a person yet, that's got all the importance in the world. A few seconds ago, I was riding around a loop-de-loop of a town. I don't even know what to say. The mood whiplash is such a big part of this map. Like, tonally, it is all over the place, and oddly it works. Like, somehow that makes things like this come across more sincere. It's like how similar scenes in comedies can somehow get so much more of a reaction. You can actually even look out and see the halls from here. I see the space whales are in season again. And once again, there's something that feels oddly familiar. This stone path curving its way through nothing. Yep. I figured as much. It's kind of cool how, in a map with so many falling hazards, it has its own disposal system. Oh, but we can really go down far, can't we? Here we are, we finally made it. Ignore the fact that you're a mutant. Grab your HEV suit. We can't. We gotta go all the way down there and come all the way back up here if we want to do it that way. Oh, hey, it's the tank we escaped from in the last part. Now this is a very familiar hallway from Flux 1. It looks actually just like the section in the hallway right after a platforming segment. When we go back the other way, we'll see if that's really the case. Rolling chase. Rolling chase, that is so cool. Oh, this is a Gang Beasts map. Look at this. Oh, how is this being done? That is so weird. Is it that it's not even actually moving, it's just the texture is animated? Either way, it definitely sells the illusion. You can't say it doesn't. If we want to make it over there, we're gonna have to jump. Nope. Oh. I hit the exhaust pipe. Okay, we'll do it from here, because it's just as high. Yep. Okay. Now we need to make it to the bed of that truck. Yep. Not quite, but close enough. And now the ladder. I'm skeptical if anything will even happen if I touch the ground, but yep. We never have to know. Hang on. Can we get you? You guys are great for testing things out. Maybe that's why you're here. It actually does! And you get recycled out the other end. Well, it's, if nothing else, encouraging to see that this map has perfected ball return technology. Now playing what? Now these are the best seats in the house, right here at the top of the aisle. Although playing what, I'm not quite sure. There's something about an empty movie theater. Like, I've always thought I would love to, like, work at a movie theater and then just kind of stay there at night and sleep in the back of one of these rows. Nobody would ever have to know. You've got an exit to somewhere entirely different. Oh, wow. This is loopy-woo. And we're back to here. Okay, there's definitely, like, teleportation shenanigans going on, right? These hallways are more than just connecting tissue. They're actually doing some wild things. The connectors are rooms all their own, you might say. Right, that was the right we made before. Forward. This is the forward we have to make now. There's another of those lampposts. Always looking out to sea, almost as if we've made it to the opposite coast of where that other place was that had one. Oh, hey, a ladder. I guess for if we want to mess around down there, unless there's something I may be missing. Ladder's over here as well. So at least there's accommodations made for our safety. Okay, let's get out of here. I imagine this water is probably freezing. I was inside a ladder for a moment. Well, we never did go this way. Right, I had forgotten. We teleported here. Whoa, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I had to close my eyes for a second there. Well, I only see one option. How about you? You know, we've had some spinning tunnels in these maps before, and they are very effective in VR. But the added depth to that texture is insane. I can't even see that I'm falling. Ah! Nice to be back at the beginning, guys. Okay, have I gone right at all? I haven't. I have never gone right. right? Certainly not. It's a moon disco ball. This is like the second or third dance floor we found, and yes, I will be dancing every single time. In fact, I bet we can even change the songs over here. Oh, we probably can. I'm not going to mess with it too much. Oh yes, so many different moods. You know, oddly enough, for something that's meant to be explored and played with, this would be a lot of fun in multiplayer. Because there's just so much variety. Anything you need, you can find it here. So cool. Hello, ominous hallway chair. A couple of these doors are openable. Oh, like, okay. See, this map trains you. And you laugh at yourself for how obvious it is, but sometimes a hole in the floor really is just a hole in the floor. Oh. I don't even have anything else to say about that. We witnessed that, and we all have to go to bed knowing that we did. I swear this whole map would make so much sense in the Yume Nikki art style. But it's the 3D and the physics playground that enables it to really become its true self. Oop. We could probably get up there. Just barely. Hey, we did it. We made it. What's the reward? Being able to say that we did. Ooh, it's the twisty wibbly hallway time. Those harsh angles. Lost in time, some of the clocks have bothered, or have not bothered to keep trying. Are you going to tell me there's a particular combination that will unlock you? Three lights come on. Oh, it's one of these. It's one of these, so if I do you... No. Oh, there we go! Listen to that, it even has the puzzle complete sound. Okay, moving on then. Right there, it's another branch off the gallery. Okay, so more and more, it took a long time, but more and more we're starting to refamiliarize ourselves with the familiar. They are really going hard when it comes to gender enforcement on bathrooms now. Can't open these. Either of these. Ooh, spacey. Look at that, we're weightless. Whimsy! We're gonna miss Saturn. Bonk. No, we're gonna bonk it. Oh, geez. Oh, we'll just keep falling. This is some kind of nightmare. We just keep falling the same way over and over. We can get a little closer, but we're also gaining momentum rapidly. I'm trying desperately to get back to Earth to get a little closer each time. Now imagine we're seeing this in montage form. Like we're actually just, I think I touched it and teleported. Imagine we're just seeing this in montage form, and like we have to go through another cycle of the universe's whole existence and hope we catch it next time, each iteration. Okay, this is gonna be a no-clip sort of thing. Huh. Alright, let's get back there. Now in here, I don't believe I ever went this way. Unless I've come from this way, I have not. Ooh. Creepy underground bunker. Oh, I know what this is gonna be. Yep, I knew there was gonna be a massive ladder. Oh, Metal Gear Solid 3, here we come. I may not know anything about the game, but I know about this. Let's begin our climb. Oh, the song that plays, I assume. I was actually just about to make a joke about how a ladder like this should have an in-flight movie. Have they actually gone and made this so that it's like real time with the song? Like the length of this climb is how long it takes? Because if so, that is absolutely wild. Hey, there'll be a teleport up there, right? Or some additional rooms? Otherwise, we're jumping down. Wow, my neck is not enjoying this. But if I try to look away, you know, look down and such. Oh well, looks like we're almost there. This has been 2 or 3 different things competing for your attention. Hey, look, there is a teleport. And one of you guys. And a very abrupt end to that song. You know, I've seen this referenced a lot of times in maps. But I think this is the one that most, like, just did it. Like, yep, this is actually going to take a minute or 2 to climb. At least it felt that way to my neck. It's another one of these. 2 of the same structure, the same teleporter, but oddly enough, they're not directly connected. No! No, no, no! Instead, this one puts me into the worst position possible. Okay, well, I guess we're not aiming for the truck. Where is it? I believe it will have been over here. Yes. Whoa! Yep, yep, yep. Okay, we're just gonna have to catch it the next time. Yep. Oh no. Okay, we're just gonna have to catch it the next time. Oh no. How did that happen? Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to no-clip and say screw this. Why does this locker room feel so ominous? In fact, this is giving me vibes of the beginning of Max Payne. First time I really felt the need for the safety Glock.
I'm ready for violence!
Oh yeah, no, don't worry, we are still gonna talk about that safety Glock. People who didn't see the Halloween special are so confused right now.
Time for a stall game?
Alright, let's play the stall game. Never check the stalls unarmed. That's what they teach you in janitor boot camp. There's this one legend in the janitor community, Kowalski. But nobody's seen him in a hot minute. Some say he put his skills to use in other ways. Alright, there's nothing here. Wow, you really did just attach such feelings of dread to this area. And then nothing happens, but you know what they say, nothing is scarier. There's there. There's there. This is not the playground, this is something new. This gives the impression that there are traps. Out! Yeah. So I'm guessing that these trigger it. I didn't think I was touching it. I thought I was going under it. Like I said, when respawning, it is easier just to come back to the start and see what you missed. Do you see what music can do to a nothing space? I think it was Jordan Peele who said that the difference between comedy and horror is the music. And here it is taking what could be a liminal space and is instead doing the comedic bachelor life. That fan is not actually like connected to anything. And that is a flat screen TV being held up by cans, which I cannot knock down. I probably shouldn't. The person who lives here would be very upset with me. Look at this. This is all properly scaled like a normal house. Oh my. Oddly enough, that jump scare was made even weirder by the fact that this music is playing. Hey, look, they've got the same floor as me. Look at that little hideaway under the stairs. Kids would love it if you put a door on there. A nice bedroom slash office setup with reinforced wooden stylish closet doors. Listen to the sound of that. A nice view of space from the window. And you know what they say, real estate is all about location, location, location. You know what? I think I'm gonna tell the realtor I'll take it. Ominous shadows as you ascend the stairs at night. Perfect for investigating spooky noises. I'm still perplexed by the choice of music here, but I like it. Look at this. It really is like looking at real estate. Empty rooms, but you're imagining all the things you can do with it. The walk-in closet's even got its own heater. And the room doesn't, so that's kind of bizarre. Random, pointless little alcove here. It is only there for scaring siblings. This is a dream house, are you kidding me? Shower and bathtub adjacent to each other, it's not one or the other. Okay, these are starting to get a little creepy now, especially in the completely dark room with no light fixtures that I can see. Okay, I'm definitely feeling the Quantum Dylan inspiration here. Does this architecture imply that we're on the top floor, or that there's yet another staircase above this? This is a strange take on liminality, for sure. I haven't even commented on the tile floors up here, but an interesting one. We could maybe do with some railings up here. Look at that, and it just comes down on the other side. It's like one of those demo houses that they don't expect anybody to actually live in. Dual light switches for when you want to argue over whether they're on or off. Oh yeah, if this thing is under $6 trillion, I will definitely be following up on this lead. Or did I somehow end up in the back of these at one point? Hey, look at you. There's a hidden radio. Piano. Wow, this makes me feel big. I'm sure somebody could really do something like this in-game, or do something with this. I mean, people can beat Dark Souls on, like, the Donkey Kong bongos. Train a goldfish to beat Elden Ring, or a chimpanzee to beat Minecraft. What are we doing with ourselves as a species? Ah, this is another exit from here. Yeah, this is kind of a hub that unites a lot of things. Warning, missing textures and errors ahead. Proceed with extreme caution. Oh, right, I don't have the safety lock anymore. Now I do. Oh. They've turned this into true horror. Look at that. How have they pulled that up? That's the image of me trying to play Gary's Mod in middle school without CSS. Obsolete. No. Taunt me with your House of Horrors no more, Lucifer. And we're back here. Go upstairs, and that's that. Alright, I think things are finally come together. Something, sort of? We could jump that. But I still feel obligated to meet this map on its level and walk the plank. Saved myself. Saved myself. There's another test cinder block there. That thing in the sky. It's not the sun. But at least it's not pink. It's more like an egg yolk. An egg yolk that emanates the morning glow, but that's just the point of breakfast. Oh yeah. That music at my back, take me to GM Construct. Oh wow, no. That's not a clever teleport, that's a clever texture gag. Look at that, it actually wraps around the edges, creating like a somewhat 3D effect. Hang on, where's my footsteps? There we go. I don't know if it's the floating islands, the green streetlights, or that music, but this has real Matrix-style late 90s cool all over it. Like, oh my god, nope. No. I am not finding my way back here. I'm not letting that fall ride. You. You. Oh, you must know so much. It feels like I can walk on that. But what about you? So I just had a thought in my head, and it was just me sort of filling in the blank with a cliche, and then I realized how dumb it was. We approach this from the back, and I think of it as a person, so the trope would be that I come up and I turn it around, and it's like a skeleton, and it's been dead all along, and I've been chasing a ghost. Guys, it's a water cooler, and I know that, but for some reason I still, with every fiber of my being, believe that some variation of that would play out. Ow. Ow. Oh, no. I think this must be the ugly tree, because I hit every branch on the way down. Okay, back to here. Alright, let's make sure we duck under that branch. We don't need an extra dose. What's over here? Nothing, that's the end. Ooh, this is a path we've not explored. Ooh, wait. Look at that. We can, well, we can fall down from up there. But can't really climb up. This is horrible. The baby gone. And the parents murdered. This is value in returning to a place, but what's the story that they're trying to tell here? Even the soundtrack is taking like a distorted, twisted turn. But that same music is still here. I think this room might be up there among my favorites. And for like completely different reasons for every other space on this map. Oh my god! This must be what it's like to explore this with one other player in multiplayer. My heart needs a second after that. Why did that make a sound? You got me twice. Okay, what is this? What are we doing with this? It's the other end of you. Okay, we have slowly reached the point where we're seeing more familiar things than unfamiliar. So let's crouch all the way down. Make sure we can't be interpreted as standing. Move over here. Avoid the light. It's like Indiana Jones. That looks quite conspicuous on the ground, that shadow. Oh, look. Huh. Oh, look at that. No, it actually totally is Indiana Jones inspired. Oh, this might be a complicated ask on VR. Hang on. Yep. You know what? That was just a lie. Can I actually grab onto that? No, but I can just make the jump. Unless that boosted me somehow. Because that is a pretty wide gap. Okay, well, back into it, I guess. No way. Look at this. Yep. Is there a particular one I need? This is how we test. I'm confused then. If that doesn't work, then what am I supposed to do? Unless there's enough of a gap that I can kind of hopscotch between them. Nope. Unless I can just do that. Okay, well, running and jumping helps. More concerning shadows, too. Alright, we've got this. Whatever this is, we've got this. Except for my one hand, which doesn't want to track over it for some reason. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, go. Go. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Yep, it's all collapsing around us. Yep! Hey, we actually made it. Nope, get down. Through these things. Deal with the finagly hitboxes. Out of here. And oh my god, here it comes. Okay, go, 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 go. And we made it. That was so cool. That was actually a whole scripted thing. Oh, hey, we haven't been down this way. Ooh. This is definitely the intro to an 80s TV show. I'm gonna get out of there before my stomach churns anymore. Oh, look at this. It's just a regular surface, but the way that texture moves beneath me makes it feel like it's gonna twist me off. I'm gonna fall into the void. Oh, okay, I guess we're not quite done yet because this is new. What's going on back there? Flickering lights? Can we mess with this? I guess not. It's not ours to mess with. It's always of some interest when music lingers in these spaces. Okay, we've come back around to this. I'd forgotten about it. Hey there. Should I not step inside? This feels like an elevator I shouldn't step inside. But, you know, do it for the views. Is that what you did? I'm gonna try to be prepared. Hey, this is like that movie Devil. You know, superficially, not really. Look, I'm just making elevator conversation, you know how it is. You could at least try a little, is what I'm saying. And what is this, the Empire State Building? Hello? Are we still going? Oh, that's what happened to you. Alright, well, this corner's free. Yep. Ooh, new. New. I saw that texture on the wall, and I knew this would start playing. This was a really cool part from the previous map. I already knew what this was going to be. Although it seems to present a little bit differently. Oh, it reminds me so much of the utility room, but like an 80s music video version of the utility room, which was always in its DNA, always capable. Yeah. Okay, let's try this out. I can't help but dance through this. I had said last time... Oh, here we are! I had said last time that it really felt like I could imagine the camera in front of me, just following me as I walk through this labyrinth, seeing the background turn as I do. I mean, we found the water cooler. It kind of already feels like we've done something here. But I wonder if there's anywhere in particular that this comes out? Yeah, right back where we came in. And I'm starting to wonder if it's time to start our no-clip run, because I'm walking farther and farther to try and find anything new. Seeing more of the same things. So this has been GM Flux 2. And what can I say? It's doing the exact same thing as the original, but better. It is all the creativity, all the goofiness, and oddly enough, the genuine emotion that almost lands better for the whiplash. And it is the whiplash that defines it. Like, most of these things is goofy, sure, but you really can be experiencing any type of emotion when you enter these rooms, and it can be coming off of something that's a complete 180. Really, the connectivity of all this, not just in the map itself, but the connectivity of different, sometimes opposing emotions, gives it its identity. And it's not just playing with different architecture either. There's like so much scripting and consistent lore, even if it is entirely for you to fill in the blanks, like what's going on with these water coolers, all these little references that are everywhere, the lights that travel throughout the space, almost like they're other travelers and explorers just like us. Actually, in a way, it's almost like other people can explore the map concurrently, and that's the only way we're allowed to experience each other. Because conversation with another real living person would dilute the mood. But I'm not sure it would. I can actually see this being a lot of fun in multiplayer. Not only for the different set pieces that you can play with. I just noticed the rainy alleyway here. But also because imagine trying to find each other without using noclip. Imagine saying like, yeah, so you're going to want to take a left at the water cooler cage, go all the way down. If you hit the bathroom with the ominous music, you've gone too far, and just teleport using the Super Mario Star. Can't miss it. It's so much fun, but I think we're ready for a noclip run now. Oop. Gold brick. And there bears the signature. Look at all this. I don't know if I passed through something or if this isn't even maybe like an actual out-of-bounds soundscape that plays. Ooh. Oh, hey, we're passing through the solar system. Reminds me of all those space RP maps where you could build your own ships and stuff. How this really does look like a Yumi Nikki map from above. I mean, just look at all this. Actually, this looks great from a distance because, quite fittingly, you could almost take that as the Ferris wheel to this place's carnival. Wow, that really was a long ladder. Somehow it seems even bigger when you see it from a distance. Oh, hey, if we were to manage to get up here, here's what we see. I mean, what else can I say? But this is just such a cool exercise in creativity, just doing anything they want. And, you know, really tapping into the nonsense the Garry's Mod is known for, but also what it's capable of these days. Like, what's done with the software has changed and evolved over time and what people expect from it. But the potential is always there to go back and revisit those old ideas in a new way, and that's exactly what this has done. Same with its predecessor. Ooh. But it looks like there's something over here, and it looks like this may be how we get there. Hang on. I had missed you. Oh no. Wait. Wait! Are you Wile E. Coyoteing me? Look at this. It's a dead version of the hub. You there. Oh, wait, does something happen if we, like, find all of you? I've been grabbing all of you. It hasn't been doing anything. Well, hey, look. There's a cooler in here. Can I break this down? Maybe I have to push a button.
Sometimes I dream about cheese.
Do you now? Do I have to stand right here? I'm like wanding over you, trying to feel if there's a vibration. I can't find one. Am I supposed to hit you? That was the case with the head crabs on the Ethosaur maps. Okay, yeah, so this doesn't seem to work in VR, but it does work here. Will Officer Flat Screen be able to access this? Yes, okay. Ooh, interrogation rooms. Complete with observation. I feel like this must be a reference to something in particular, but I don't get it. Oh, I just realized that's a toilet you're coming from. I still don't understand this one. Like, I can see you in there. We can grab that. Oh my. Hey. Oh, wow. Hang on, if we fall down here, it bounces us back up. Ow. We still end up taking fall damage. Okay, it was a hike, but here we go. Come on. Actually, it sounds like somebody's completing the Voices of the Void Halloween event. This one just has, like, a ridiculous amount of health, so I guess we're just doing this, actually. There we go. I don't know how you'd ever figure some of these out. That's one. Oh, hey, you're coming back? Just clearing your throat again, doing the same thing in reverse. This feels like a reference to something familiar. There was very little indication that I had to keep sitting here.
And that's the end.
And that counts as a water cooler? Oh, yeah, it does. Okay, cool. And gotcha. Just one more. Some of these, like, that's the thing, most of these are obvious, like, you know, you gotta get the water cooler, and then there's a few that, like, are so far gone, you would never even know that they're related. This is a really annoying one, but somebody online put it as you need to do 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Oh crap, incoming!
Oh. How would you ever figure this out? Oh, also there's the fact that just for some reason some buttons just don't work in VR. I don't understand it. Gotcha. And we should be good now. Thank you, piano, for playing me out. Ooh, extra tone. Alright, thanks, Opus Flat Screen. I think we've got it from here. Let's head back into dark, creepy space and see what's changed then. That should be all of them, should it not? Whoa. Thanks, Mario. Ha, and here we unlock the credits. And a bit of a behind-the-scenes look at the VMF file. This is so cool. Yeah, now a lot of this is on the Steam page. In fact, I believe it may even list a full list of inspirations. This is so fun. You can tell this was a lot of fun to make. I mean, when you're literally only limited by the source engine, well, I'm not going to say the sky's the limit. That's actually really quite limited, but even still, those bounds can be broken, and I think this is showing that even all these years later, we're continuing to stretch this far beyond what it was ever meant for. Suffice to say, this was a really fun time. It had candle representation. It had representation from so many other people in the Source community. I just think it's really cool that like Quantum Dylan has, in the past like year or so, risen to such prominence in the Source community that like they're being credited in other things. And what else can I say except it's just an evolved form of the nonsense we've appreciated for almost 20 years. Most of these soundtracks are from games, so hopefully I won't have too much trouble with having to deal with copyright, because really, this map needs music. It just isn't the same without it. Music is, as I always say, the closest thing a creator can do to just beaming an emotion into your head, and combining that with the imagery that it shows you, and allowing you to paint that with whatever you bring in and your own associations, that's a huge part of what makes this map what it is. It is a genuine art piece. It's not just nonsense, and combining it with the nonsense is a decision itself. For now, though, I think I'm just going to warm my hands by the fire, and if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this map out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one. That's me thumbing up. What if I just held on this over the patron scroll? I would have to do it for a really long time. Like 40 or 50 seconds or something like that. And unlike usual, I don't have a timer on screen. I have no idea how long it's been. I'd really just be guessing. Might even be a little bit disorienting. The first time I did one of these Garry's Mod videos in VR, I tried holding the image, but it didn't quite work. It was very unsteady. I mean, it is a headset after all. What am I even doing with this? Why are you even still here? There's nothing left to explore. I'm not going to have any insightful commentary. You can look at me doing a thumbs up. That's pretty cool. Finger tracking's pretty cool. You guys see the new Steam hardware announcements? Those are pretty cool too.